Okay, today's date is November 19th, 2014. What I'm getting ready to do right now is to just show you something so you can ask yourself, why is this happening? Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a tweet. I'm just going to, like the letter T, okay? And I'm going to tweet it right now. I just posted it there, tweeting it. Okay, sending tweet, tweet sent. So, if I wasn't connected to my service provider, which you can see that light coming on, then why was the tweet able to be sent? Okay, you can see the tweets right there. Now, let's look at what happens when I go to call the Fed Student Loan Servicing Center. First, before I do that, though, I'm going to literally prove to you today's date because it's necessary. You understand why I'm doing this in a second. Okay? Now, minimizing going to my phone, in order to make phone calls, what I'm doing right now is I'm pressing 1-800, okay, 1-800-899-2908, and I'm pressing the call button. Call ended. Now, my name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. Why is this happening? Okay, let's call Social Security. Okay.
Security. Okay.
Hang on. Gotta get my speaker is acting up. Hang on. Hold on. I got my speaker attached and it's not working right, which all of a sudden happened.
And the Social Security payments dated January. The Medicaid service announced that the standard Medicare Part B premium for 2015 is $104.90 per month. Need health insurance? 2015.
Okay, so I just ended the call. You can clearly see that I was able to connect with Social Security. So why am I not able to connect with Federal Student Loan? Dialing their number once more. Okay? Now, is my phone hacked as a result of me being a gang stalking target? Okay? Now, you see I put their number in right there. That's their number. I'm going to press call. Watch it end. You see? Why would it end? My finger is nowhere near. In fact, I'll do it so you can see that my finger is nowhere near being able to end the call myself. So why is... Let me get some light in here. Okay, so my hand is nowhere near the phone. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to get a really good screenshot here so you can see that my hand is not involved in the causation of this. Okay, so you can see my hand right here. So I'm going to press the number, and then what I'm going to do after I press the number is I'm going to give you a shot of my hand being away from the phone as much as I can over here. So after I do the number, okay, I will then I'll dial the number, press call, and then I'll tilt the camera over here so you can see my hand is nowhere near the phone. Okay? 1-800. Okay? 899-2908. Okay? There's the number. I'm pressing call, and then as soon as I press call, I'm going to tilt this camera over so you can see that the hand is nowhere near, okay, any place on the phone where I can disconnect the call myself, and the other hand is holding the camera. Okay, so let's press it. As soon as I press it, I'll show you my hand. See, there's the call ending right there. Okay, and look what just happened. it got switched back to the grid. Now, how would that happen? How would that happen? That didn't happen before. Let's do it again. Okay, now watch. Call ended. You can see my hand still right there. Okay, and then it switched back to this. Now, why did it switch back to that automatically? The point being is what? Well, let's take a look at my tweet history this morning. Okay, I'm a whistleblower at the federal, state, and local level, and so going to my Twitter account, you're going to be able to see that that you're going to be able to notice that a certain government agency was contacted this morning pertaining to how my student loans were coerced for me to take out by individuals that were directly caught later to be directly connected to gang stalking. I was going to reword that and say, because I said directly twice. Alright, so who did I contact? Boom. Okay, so let's look at this whole entire, let's look at everything that they got sent this morning, okay, by me as a result of me tweeting to them. So let's hold on. I got to go back to my account because it literally talks in here in these tweets pertaining to how the student loan debt was coerced for me to take out to be eventually used for human trafficking debt bondage. Okay, there it is right there. Student loan debt used for debt bondage for human trafficking. Student loans were coerced for me to take out. Courts are connected. Okay. Now, why am I trying to get a hold of federal student loans? Because there's been a huge situation going on with them ever since August. Okay. I made a financial agreement to pay them. They were sent a forbearance request. They never replied to it, and then started initiating payments due. So once it got up to about $900, I decided to give them a call in August. Okay, that call to them in August, I made an agreement with them to send them 3 payments of $340.25 each. One due in September, October, and November. The one in October, all 3 were sent the days I got paid, except for October was sent. I got paid on October 3rd. It was sent on the 6th because I didn't get to the post office in time, and the 3rd fell on a Friday. So they were paid on the morning of the 6th. Then they notified me on October 24th and said that they didn't get the payment and they were demanding a repayment for it. I said, well, I got the United States Postal Service certified mail return receipt showing that it was sent to them, certified mail return receipt by the United States Postal Service, and they were paid through a postal money order. I went through hell tracking all of that down for them, even though it was proven that they did receive the payment. That the individual that received the payment and picked it up in September was the same individual that signed for it in October, yet they were saying that it was not shown in their computer. You would not believe I lost at least 6 days of moving just to try and correct the situation, and they finally have notified me now that it was paid. Okay, I got that email in the mail yesterday. Okay, now as all this was transpiring, they told me that I could qualify for what is called a fixed-based income payment plan, and also they were extremely briefed on the fact that these student loans were coerced for me to take out by some individuals who were later caught being directly connected to gang stalking. Okay, now gang stalking is all over the internet, that it's happening in every state in the United States, and it also states on the internet, all over the internet, that when a targeted individual moves from one state to another, that they will be stalked from the state they were in into the state they're moving into. How do you think I was stalked from Michigan to Connecticut to California? Okay, just research that. Interstate stalking and gang stalking. It's all over the internet. Now, the point being is this. They were told about how these student loans, they were notified, they were sent this much. You know how, look how thick a piece of paper is. Okay, do you see how thin that is? That ain't thin at all. I sent a stack of 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper to Federal Student Loan and the Department of Education. Each piece of paper had a huge amount of copied and pasted YouTube links, YouTube URL links, blog links, Each one of these YouTube videos and blogs shows indisputable evidence that I'm gang stalked all over California and San Diego County, and when I went out to Yucca Valley for a week. Now, each 8.5 by 11 piece of paper was stacked with indisputable evidence. Some of the papers were so stacked that I had to literally, like towards the bottom of them, I couldn't even fit a URL link below the below the YouTube title of the URL link, because I was squeezed for that much space. Each 8.5 by 11 piece of paper was stacked with indisputable evidence. I'm talking about audio evidence, video evidence. It was sent to the Department of Education and Federal Loan Servicing, which both departments are connected. It was sent to them, certified mail return receipt. They signed for it, but are claiming they never got it. They were also sent information on numerous occasions through their website, through their contact features on their website, and I emailed them. They're claiming they never got one correspondent. Now, student loan debts, you can go to the FBI webpage. It should still be on there, pertaining to how even the FBI has said on their website that debt bondage is used for human trafficking. Now, all of a sudden, after I started talking to these guys in late August and early September about what was happening to me, guess what? I'm miraculously, suddenly being reviewed through Social Security, which was going to be the method of payment for the debt loan service, for the debt for the student loans, until I could find a lawyer, which I was looking up lawyers' addresses all over the internet. That's right. That's right. That's right. And then all of a sudden now, I'm being reviewed through Social Security. Now, also, I'm being arrested for illegal lodging, even though the gang stalking of me, okay, towards me, you know, the gang stalking that's happening to me created the homelessness. They stole my rent out of the mail. Hang on. Rent that was mailed, certified mail return receipt. Go to YouTube and Google, go to Google right now and type in mail theft and mail delayment and gang stalking, and postal workers and gang stalking. There's got to be a logical explanation why I can call another government agency, Social Security, but I can't connect with federal student loans. Now, why am I trying to connect with them today? Because they sent me an email yesterday stating that the thing that they got me to apply for online, which I did, and they even sent me a communication through my email. Hold on. It's called the Fixed-Based Income Repayment Plan. And they said that since I talked to them about everything that was happening to me, and they said, well, until you can get this situation corrected, they said they won't even investigate it unless the police make a police report, even though the San Diego police are denying my right to make a police report after 21 separate requests. And they're the ones I'm whistleblowing about all over the internet. Them and UCSD and more. So, this right here is an email showing that the case is closed pertaining to what they got me to apply for. So I sent them another communication yesterday saying that as a result of me being on a huge time constraint, I wasn't able to figure out their website in order to be able to understand where to look in order to see what this exactly means pertaining to, what does that mean? Case closed. Does that mean I've been found ineligible for it or what? There it is right there. It literally says, due to not being familiar with how this website operates, okay, there it is right there. I printed it out as well. The point being is this, is that how am I supposed to find out if I was qualified for that? Because if I'm not qualified for that, then that means that they're going to expect continued regular payments. Now let's take a look at this. I'm due in San Diego Superior Court on December 1st, 2 days before I get paid. Now, what could happen to me? I could get 6 months in jail. Okay, Social Security told me if I spend 31 days in jail, that they'll suspend my Social Security while I'm already being reviewed for Social Security. Now, let's take a look at this. If I go to jail, I lose my Social Security. At least that's what Social Security said. But if I don't have any payment arrangements made with federal student loan servicing, then they can try and say that I'm a delinquent on my payments, and for the whole time duration while I'm in jail, while I'm being reviewed, I still receive Social Security. But if I lose Social Security while I'm in jail, then I'll be lucky if I get paid. I'll probably get paid for December, and while I'm in jail, the Social Security will be taken away. Then when I get out of jail, the federal student loan will say, you owe all this back payment for all the months you were in jail. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is where they then step in and will arrest you. and put me in jail. Now, why is all this happening to me? Because I'm a federal... Is this happening because I'm a federal, state, and local whistleblower? Gang stalking directly connected to human trafficking rings, and gang stalking is nothing but organized crime in the system at every level. Why is it all over the... In fact, listen to this. Go to Google right now and type in Ted Gunderson. Listen to this. He was the head of the Los Angeles FBI. He was gang stalked. I got his printed out documentation letter that's online right now, printed out in my backpack. When Ted Gunderson, in order for him to retire from the FBI, he had to be with the FBI for at least 30 years. Which means that when he retired, do you really think that he did not have no connection still in the FBI? For him to call and say, look, this is happening to me, can you help me out? No one helped him. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Now go to Google and type in cell phone hacking and gang stalking. That's right, baby case. Internet surveillance and gang stalking. Do you really think that some low-level street crime that might be connected to a couple flat-foot cops has got the ability to stop your phone call to federal student loan, but yet you can make it to Social Security? So let's try it again, okay? This is complete bullshit, and they're not answering my emails. So what's going on? Okay? What's going on? They don't want me to be able to connect with them so I can make videos. Whenever I connect with them and they tell me, okay, you were found not eligible for the fixed-based income program, then I have to say, because I make predictions about what these little filthy rats are doing before they do it. That way I can post it to the internet, and then when they do it, once I get out of jail, I can say, look, all this was, this federal student loan was sent huge amounts of evidence pertaining to what's happening to me. Huge. Over the years, they're denying they got any of it. Why would they do that? All you got to do is ask yourself that simple question. Student debt loans used for debt bondage for human trafficking. And they're going to take all my money from me, take my ability away to pay for any of it until I can find a lawyer. Do you really think that... I told Fed Student Loan Servicing in August, okay, when I called them, that I was going to find a lawyer and eventually unentangle myself from all this. Okay? I said that if you guys want to investigate how I was gang stalked at my own school where the loans were taken out and coerced to take them out by individuals that weren't even employed at the school. So why were the student loans coerced for me to take out to begin with? They were, and I got evidence to prove they were. So why wouldn't federal student loan even want to investigate that? Okay? Human debt bondage for human trafficking is all over the internet. Do you really think that it's an accident that all of a sudden, when they're calling for your for the student loan debt to be paid, that I'm being taken off Social Security? All of a sudden? And using more than likely the illegal lodging tickets to put me in jail, and then that be used as the excuse. Now, I'm all over the internet exposing how I'm being gang stalked. I was gang stalked at SDPD headquarters, San Diego Police Department headquarters. Verbally harassed there in the same exact identical way, excuse me, that I've been harassed at all my hiking areas and at UCSD. The evidence is all over the internet. Go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman exposes gang stalking at UCSD Price Center. Learning Disabled Woman exposes gang stalking at hiking areas. Learning Disabled Woman exposes gang stalking at in fact, let me just bring that up. Excuse me, really fast. What I'm going to do is go to a YouTube video right now. And I'm going to look for the YouTube videos of me literally catching gang stalk, oh my god, being set around me inside the San Diego Police Department headquarters. Okay, here's one of the videos right here. 11:04:14, video of UCSD police coming to UCSD whistleblowers camping site. Okay, let's look at this video. That's it right there. Okay, now let's look at this video. Well, the one right here. This is another one. Gang stalk, oh my god, said at UCSD after it was predicted. Now, that was on 7/10/2013. Okay, hold on, I'm going to stop the video. That was caught on 7/10/2013. Go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman exposes gang stalking in Yucca Valley. Them getting around me and saying gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk crazy, gang stalk weird, is their intentional, creative way to let me know that I'm being gang stalked. If you don't believe me, I want you to listen to this. And let's see if this Instagram doesn't work. It's an Instagram audio. Okay?
I have something in a
Gang is stalking, I'll fuck you up, and they both said gang stalk. Okay, now that occurred on Thanksgiving Day 2013 on a sidewalk on Gilman Road, and one of the two men that played a role in it was directly connected to the hiking area I just moved from. The hiking area that UCSD police came to and gave me a ticket, which I got to go to court for on December 1st, which they can throw me in jail. I lose my Social Security as a result of being in jail, and how would the student loan debts be? See, if I didn't qualify for this fixed based income thing that they said that I could qualify for, which I'm trying to call them about right now, then they can say, okay, your December payment is due in December, and then January, February, March, April, May. If I'm in jail during any of these months, I'll lose my Social Security disability, for one, because Social Security told me if I'm in jail for 31 days, then it's automatically suspended while I'm being reviewed. If I'm in jail, how am I supposed to be physically attentive to all the things that a person's got to do when they're being reviewed? Like the paperwork that's sent to them that they got to fill out and send back. The medical reviews that Social Security sends you to. Now, think about this. The individual that you just heard say gang stalk, gang of stalking, I'm gonna fuck you up, was directly connected to the group of assholes that they set up to hike out 100 feet away from me that harassed me day and night from November 2012 up until mid-April 2014. This Thanksgiving event occurred on a sidewalk on Gilman Road, away from the camping area. Now, he was caught later in April coming back down up in the camping area, literally caught on my phone telling his friend as he's walking back towards the camping area to get some of his property that he left behind. He was literally saying to him, I'm sorry, all I got to do is grab a few items. And it was caught on a video showing him walking towards that direction. I confronted him about the Thanksgiving event. He denied it, and he said, be nice, as he's doing it. Do you hear him say be nice on this? Now, the point being is this. Now, one of the intentional ways that they let me know I'm being gang stalked is repeating it along all my route in specific identical ways. Gang stalk, oh my God, gang stalk weird, gang stalk crazy. This is it occurring towards me, okay? This is it occurring towards me on a Yucca Valley bus. Now, the person I went to go see in Yucca Valley, David Larson, who's experiencing a subcrime of gang stalking, okay? His physical address and all transportation services and routes to get from La Jolla, where I live, to Yucca Valley were looked up at UCSD Biomedical Library. Go to Google and type in cyber surveillance and gang stalking. Do you hear men say gang stalking, oh my God, on this bus, and a woman just flat out say gang stalking? Okay, I'm going to play you another one of the Yucca Valley ones, okay? Listen to this. Okay, so how do you think that I could catch the same exact identical verbal harassment happening around me every day, everywhere I go? Bus routes, grocery stores, banks, post offices, restaurants, movie theaters, hiking areas, university campuses, public libraries. Because they want me to intentionally, mentally know that I'm being gang stalked by literally getting around me and repeating the name of the crime that's happening to me. Now, this is indisputable proof that I'm being gang stalked, because even stalking, if you went to any government website or police website, and you visit information on their website pertaining to stalking crimes, they will literally tell you to keep a log pertaining to what's happening to you as a result of being a stalking victim. Now, I'm just talking about regular stalking, okay? They say for you to, and harassment, okay, is also another law, okay? And basically both information and both laws, like harassment, civil harassment or regular harassment, and stalking, both of these crimes talk about patterns of behavior being identical. That way they can say that, okay, here's a pattern of behavior here happening. It shows criminal intent to harass, criminal intent to stalk. Because if you're being harassed and stalked in the same way, okay, and you can show a pattern of behavior, it shows the crime's occurring. So I just proved to you just 2 incidences. I got 900 audio files at least. Now, if they put me in jail, they arrested me just here on November 10th. I tweeted that I would be arrested on November 9th, 22 hours before. And guess who arrested me? The filthy ass whore SDPD officers who came with a UCSD officer to my camping area, which I was moving from, and just made a video about it 2 days before, showing packed duffel bags being carried away. They came down and arrested me again, so when I appear at the December 1st Superior Court, I got to go to court on December 1st pertaining to the original ticket that they gave me. They wanted to come down and arrest me and give me another ticket, but arrest me this time, so when I go to court on December 1st, they can say she wouldn't move, so we had to arrest her again. This is the criminality of organized crime in the system, ladies and gentlemen, and they're using the system to protect themselves. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for that video of me being gang stalked at SDPD HDQ really fast. See if it's on this one. Here it is, right here. Now go to YouTube and type this in: 9/04/13 learning disabled woman.
This is a video that's a continuation of the previous video. That previous video's YouTube title is in the description of this YouTube video. This is a video series. Do you hear gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalking, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalking? Oh my God, we're crazy. Gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalking. Oh my God. In a word that's got the initials CH, inside of the San Diego Police Department headquarters on July 24th, 2013.
Okay. Now that's a video right there. It's a you literally just heard me say that it's a 4-part video series. If you go to this right here, it's in the Exposing San Diego YouTube channel account. If you just type this part of the title in, you'll be able to bring this video up. Listen for what? Listen, you know how I just showed you the Thanksgiving event and then it happening towards me on a bus in Yucca Valley, California? Which you can easily go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman gang stalked in Yucca Valley. There's 4 videos online, okay? Now, when you go back to this video, you'll go into the description of it. You'll clearly be able to see, okay, additional copied and pasted evidence pertaining to what's happening to me. Including it happening inside the Hall of Justice, where I'm literally being prosecuted right now for this illegal lodging ticket, and they made me homeless through a federal agency, United States Postal Service. That's right. So I'm being railroaded, ladies and gentlemen, from every angle. From every fucking angle. You have to ask yourself one simple question. I'm calling to the Federal Student Loan Servicing Center right now. Why am I not able to connect with them? Is it because possibly somebody doesn't want me to have evidence of anything that they're telling me? Okay? That's right. In other words, whatever they tell me, I'm gonna blog about. I'm gonna talk about it in videos. Whatever they tell me. Okay? And then what I do is say, okay, are these government agencies working in collusion? Okay? Is gang stalk, oh my God, been caught being said around me inside the Social Security Disability Office? Absolutely. It's been caught on multiple digital audio files, which they'll happily erase when I'm in jail, because they'll have all my property. Okay, so you now see that that was typed in before I went to the YouTube videos to show you some evidence. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this button again, which means call. Then I'm going to slant the phone. In fact, I'm just going to slant the phone right now. You're going to see that my hand is nowhere near to where I can disconnect the call. Okay, now watch what happens. Oh, it's calling this time. Okay, so I ended the call this time. Now, what the hell was all that about? That's never ever happened when I called them before. So what's going on? So, let's go back to the email to make sure that this is actually their phone number. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the filthy corruption of your government. Okay? They don't give a shit about one human being. I've contacted Homeland Security. I've contacted the FBI about being a human trafficking target. No one's recontacted me. Even though they got information about it on their website saying all you have to do is contact us if you're a human trafficking target. Well, they were contacted. The FBI was contacted on numerous occasions. Numerous occasions. So why aren't they, and here's another one. Check this out. They're now contacting me saying that I owe them $12.25. For what? They're not going to reimburse me for shit in reference to all the money that I spent trying to prove that they were sent that money order in October. You wouldn't believe the cost involved in that. Just trying to prove something to them that was easily, it literally showed that they signed for it pertaining to the certified mail return receipt. Hang on, I gotta find that. Alright, so here it is right here. Phone number 1-800. Oh, wait a minute. 1-800-699. Alright, so I admit this was my fault. 1-800-699, because I typed in 1-800-899. So, okay, that is my fault. See, I tell the truth. I wrote the number down. It's no problem. I tell the truth. But, ladies and gentlemen, what I stated, though, in this video, all of it matters. Every single last bit of it matters, and I'm going to tell you why it matters. Because outside of the mistake pertaining to dialing the wrong number, let me just tell you something right now. I had reason to believe that my phone call was being intercepted, and I'm going to prove it to you. Go to Google right now and type in cell phone hacking and gang stalking, and then go to Google and type in cell phone call rerouting and gang stalking. Just do it. Or phone call rerouting and gang stalking. Just do it. Just trust me on this. If you type that in at Google, you will see that I had extremely reasonable suspicion to suspect that my phone call was being rerouted. Just go to Google right now and type in phone call rerouting and gang stalking. Cell phone hacking and gang stalking. Do you understand? Cyber surveillance and gang stalking. And I'm using my cell phone for cyber surveillance. For cyber activity. So, the point being, though, outside of this boo-boo here, everything that I stated in this video still applies. Because the federal student loan was sent huge amounts of evidence and have ignored every single last bit of it. Right down to the little T. SDPD has been notified by me on at least 21 separate occasions, each occasion 2 police officers being in my presence. Every single one of them denied my right to make a police report pertaining to me being gang stalked, and if the first one would have did it on August 18, 2011, I would have had more than enough time to hire a lawyer pertaining to these student loans. And student loans are telling me, servicing is telling me, unless I get a police report, they'll never investigate why the student loans were coerced to be taken out. Do you see how it all works together? Understand, organized crime in the system, a syndicate at the federal, state, and local level. Human debt bondage for human trafficking. Debt bondage for human trafficking. Do you really think, if you went to the FBI website, unless they took it off, do you honestly think that the FBI have it on their very own website, that debt bondage is a form of human trafficking? Do you think it's on there for no reason? And I know for a literal fact that the filthy ass whores that coerced me to take out these loans, okay, were directly caught in the individuals that literally intentionally, okay, coerced me to take off these loans, literally attempted to human traffic me up to a week before I left Michigan. That's why I left Michigan. They were literally still attempting to do it. Okay? In Michigan, within a week before I left, because they intentionally kept reappearing along my path, acting like they were coming to my rescue pertaining to the homelessness. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, go to Google and go to YouTube and type in the San Diego Homeless Rescue Mission. And gang stalking, and then type in at Google homeless shelters and gang stalking. It's a syndicate. It's a syndicate within the system that's got tentacles out within the community, and that includes social services. Go to Google and type in social services and gang stalking San Diego caught. I gotta make this call. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day. Oh, and by the way, I'm predicting right now, Federal Student Loan Servicing Center is going to say that I didn't qualify for the fixed-based income. Okay, and they're going to say that that I got to make payments to them still in December, and we're also going to see if I'm thrown in jail on December 1st. because I'm going to request a trial. And you know what they're going to say? They're going to say, well, if you're going to request a trial pertaining to this illegal lodging ticket I got from UCSD on August 27th, they said they're going to say, if you're requesting a trial, then you got to go to jail until the trial date, because you wouldn't leave the area and you had to be arrested on November 10th. And let me show you something concerning what happened on November 10th, which they said that I wasn't allowed to get a copy. They didn't give me a copy of the ticket or anything. They came to my hiking area on November 10th. And the only reason why I hadn't moved is because I was taking care of tracking down the money order that got lost from Federal Student Loan Servicing Center that was sent to the post office. That was 6 days that I had to spend on tracking that down. 4 days were interrupted because they were coming down to my hiking area and flattening my bike tires as I was sleeping, and the bike was used to carry property to move. That was at least 4 days, okay, wasted. Then you had at least 7 days wasted as a result of me being reviewed through social services, and then the review for Social Security started. So I'm trying to take care of all this shit, okay, while I'm moving and making grocery runs in between, because I don't have a refrigerator in my tent. That's right, baby cakes. And I told Federal Student Loan Servicing Center that the gang stalking is responsible for the homelessness. And guess who comes to my hiking area to give me the tickets? UCSD. And then SDPD came with the UCSD police officer on November 10th. Now let's take a look at what was tweeted by me. They didn't give me a ticket pertaining to the November 10th arrest. And then when I got out of jail the next day, I went down to get my property through their headquarters, and I was told by them that I wasn't allowed to get a copy of the ticket until Wednesday, which is today. So I'll be going down there tomorrow to get a copy of it. So let's take a look at this tweet. So that way I can prove that I was arrested on the 10th of November. And then what I'll do is show you this. I'm trying to find it right now. Hold on a second. I want you to look at this tweet right here. Oh, wait a minute. That's not it. Hold on one second. Gotta find it. My glasses are a little blurry right now. Take me 2 seconds to find it here. Okay. Oh, hold on. Just bear with me 1 second. Oh. Alright, check it out. This was just posted today, and the Instagram that's within it shows the tweet, so I'll just bring it up this way, because I tweeted this today. Look what it says. SDPD hashtag UCSD whistleblower predicts arrest 22 hours before it occurs. Look. And then the look is an Instagram. So I'm going to literally click on the Instagram right before your eyes. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, that's the screenshot. I'm sorry, that's the screenshot of the tweet. So I got to actually go back and find it. Okay, alright, so hold on. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to confuse you. Because once you take a screenshot of the tweet, that's just a screenshot. It's not the actual tweet. Sorry, I got confused. I'm still getting used to screenshot and Twitter. Alright, so just bear with me 1 second, because my screenshot is coming up in a way. It's even been made into my wallpaper. There's my wallpaper right there. That's the tweet right there. Alright, so hold on 1 second. Let me find it. I'll find it. Because here it is. Sorry about that, folks. Alright, here it is right there. You see it? Okay? TTTTT is predicting arrests, tickets, assaults, robberies, property thefts, rapes at all new and current hiking areas for next year, 11/9/2014. You can see the date of the tweet right there. Once the tweet was made, I didn't screenshot it, which means I didn't take a picture of the tweet until after the arrest occurred. But you can see the date of the tweet. I was arrested 22 hours later at the very spot the tweet was made. That's right, by SDPD. Now, and a UCSD police officer was used for the reason why SDPD and them were in the area. That's right. Now, I got email communications showing that the individual TTTTT is a code. It's a code that hides the identification of who? Me, Leslie Williams. And this code has been put in anonymous electronic communications to UCSD campus police on their campus safety website, and I got the printouts to prove it. So this literally proves that it was me. This TTTTT indisputably proves who I am. Okay, so check it out. I'll get the ticket pertaining to the November 10th arrest tomorrow. Okay, so what's the likelihood of that occurring? predicting arrest and tickets. Okay, so what the courts are going to say when I go down there on December 1st, they're going to say, well, you were arrested again because you were given more than enough time to move. You were given more than enough time to move, and you didn't. So we just believe that, you know, you seem to have a problem with authority by not respecting it, even though these filthy bitch-ass whores. Let me tell you something about UCSD. Let me show you something about their criminality. Denying a person's right to make a police report about being a victim of a crime is a crime. It's gross negligence of duty, and if there's conspiracy involved in it, that's a felony. So, let me take you to this. Okay? What I'm going to do right now is literally prove to you, at least on 2 videos, okay, that UCSD denied my right to make a police report about being gang-stalked on their filthy, whore-ass, rat-ass campus. Okay? I gotta get to the section here, so bear with me for a second. So what you gotta understand here is that it's all over the internet. Gang stalking is directly connected to human trafficking. Let's take a look at this video for 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. This one right here, go to this YouTube title. You'll literally see UCSD Campus Police, and you know what they'll say to this? If it's ever brought up in court, they'll say, we were trying to answer emergency calls. They'll say, we were trying to answer emergency calls, and Miss Williams kept calling us because she thinks she's being gang stalked and interfering with police operations on campus while we're trying to do our job to keep our campus safety. To keep our campus safe. Even though I said, look, if you got another call, all you got to do is make a call for another police officer to come. Do you understand? Why wouldn't they do it? Let's take a look at this video. This video right here literally shows me saying it again, that I'm gang stalked all over their campus, and that gang stalking is directly connected to human trafficking. Okay? Now, let me give you another tidbit of information. Okay? Go to Google right now and type in UCSD whistleblowers retaliation. Look at how many people are suing UCSD right now. They're suing UCSD because they're whistleblowers and they're being retaliated for whistleblowing. That's right. Just go to Google right now and type. In fact, you know what? The day before, November 9th, 2014, the day I made that prediction tweet that I just showed you, okay? I looked that up at Google. UCSD lawsuits, retaliations, whistleblowing. And I found all these different articles online of doctors that are suing UCSD because they're being retaliated against and harassed by people that work with them. And so they're being retaliated against, and UCSD is being sued for it. Okay? UCSD is nothing but, you would not believe the crimes that are... Let me tell you something right now. I've been gang stalked by Club Med restaurant employees engaging in gang stalking techniques. Sunshine Market, which is a store that is inside the Price Center, their employees, students, biomedical library staff, and Geisel library staff, okay, having engaged themselves in gang stalking towards me. So do you really think that UCSD wants it to be known outwardly, in court or anywhere else, that I did suffer from extreme bullying and gang stalking harassment on their campus? Why do you think that they would not want nobody to know that? Well, before I show you, let me show you this. This is a YouTube video right here of me literally catching a UCSD library security guard admitting that a staged complaint, okay, can cause me to be banned. So go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman exposes library security admitting staged complaint can cause her to be banned. Now what am I going to do right now? Okay, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to use voice to text. Watch this. Watch what I say. Gang stalking and human hang on a second. Okay. Gang stalking and human trafficking. Look at what comes up. Do you see this? Do you see this right here? This is a documentary YouTube video. It literally shows similarities between gang stalking and human trafficking. Do you understand, ladies and gentlemen? Okay? It's over 40-something minutes long. Similarities between gang stalking and human trafficking. So, which I've already proved to you in this video, that I was gang stalked on UCSD campus. All you got to do is go to YouTube and go to Google and type. In fact, I'll do it right now. In fact, you know what? Go to Google and type in UCSD and Law Library, are they networking gang stalking? Now that's the latest blog that I created and posted, which is already hacked by them, and they are putting things in there that I would not even think of putting in any of my blogs, and they've done it to other blogs as well. The point being is this: go to Google and type that in. UCSD and Law Library, are they networking gang stalking? There's a huge amount of evidence in that video, in that blog, of me being gang stalked all over UCSD campus, at SDPD HTQ, which is the San Diego Police Department headquarters, inside the Hall of Justice, okay, in Yucca Valley, in Jack in the Box, in Arby's, okay. I forgot what else I posted in there. The same exact, at my hiking areas, the same exact identical verbal harassment happening around me everywhere, including at UCSD and SDPD. And it was SDPD and UCSD campus police that gave me these illegal lodging tickets 3 miles off fucking campus. And I can also prove that tweets of evidence was sent to the Northwestern San Diego Police Department headquarters, and they never tweeted me back. Indisputable evidence was sent to them on numerous tweet dates. They never sent back. They never came to my hiking area to ask me what's going on. But guess what they did? They came to my hiking area to arrest me, to entrap me in court. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, when they arrested me on November 10th, 2014, I was in jail from Monday morning all the way up until Thursday night. They took me from the detention center way out in Santee by bus to the San Diego courthouse, okay, to meet with a public defender about my plea pertaining to this illegal lodging arrest and ticket. I was brutally attacked in the jail cell while I was being held there waiting to see a public offender. Now, I have a tweet in my backpack printed out talking about our gang stalking targets and victims gang stalked in jail and psychiatric wards. Google it. It was a tweet I sent because I wasn't sure what they were going to do in reference to the December 1st court appearance pertaining to the original ticket I got. So I thought, because what I do is predict what might happen to me in tweets, and I said in that tweet, I said, do assaults, rapes happen to gang stalking victims in jail? Now, here I am in a jail cell inside the San Diego courthouse on November 13, 2014, and I'm brutally attacked by a skank. Yeah, my ankle is still swelled up to this day. Okay? And a sheriff's department officer, when I complained about it, I asked to see a doctor. They refused my right to see a doctor. Okay? I also attempted to make a police report concerning it. I was completely ignored. They didn't even say anything. And then when I finally made a fuss about it upon release, they made one, but a San Diego sheriff's officer literally called me an asshole right to my face. Right to my face. And then they released me at the same time they released the skank who kicked me. They wouldn't escort me to the trolley station or nothing. And guess another thing. Why did this occur? When I walked out of that detention center, after I got my money and everything from them, because they held my money while I was in there. Oh, listen to this. When they took me out of the SDPD van to escort me into the detention center, guess what a SD police officer tried to get me to do? He tried to get me to sign a blank form pertaining to how much money you got on you. And when I refused to sign it because I could see that it was blank, he said, okay, well, I'm going to incite you now for impeding a investigation. I go ahead. If you honestly, I could look right at the form and see that it said how much bills you got, how much change you got, and everything, and he wanted me to sign it blank. When I said, no, I'm not signing that at all. I go, do you really think that I'm stupid? He goes, okay, well, I'm now going to incite you for impeding an investigation. I go, then go right ahead. That's right. I swear it. Now, he was also told about the brutal assault that I endured on an MTS bus and how MTS sent me an altered video. He didn't give two shits. And 2 other cops were standing around me as I was telling him that. Now, I was beginning to say something and I forgot. Oh, that tweet that I made about targets being raped or assaulted in jail, Google gang stalking in jails and psychiatric floors, that was tweeted about a week and a half before this arrest on November 10th. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. Let's see what happens towards me on December 1st, court appearance. Will they put me in jail? You better believe they'll do anything to make sure I don't get a trial. And I'm going to request for a trial, and you know what they're going to say? If you want a trial, you're going to jail until it happens. I guarantee it. Thank you.